Alright. Laps. I already have one of these done at least. So it's basically we're gonna do 12 really short races. If we don't take much longer than a minute for each one, on average, we'll get it done this episode. Oh my god! I just got pitted. No, I think these things would be a bit too heavy to do that. Now, funnily enough, I don't see many games. Well, most games it's not really possible to just start with. But in games where it is possible to pull off a pit maneuver, I don't think it's very often that I see some kind of effort to dissuade players from doing that. Of course, there are probably cases where they like to encourage players doing that if it's a particularly dirty kind of racing game. But I've seen some games where, for instance, you have to pay money out of pocket at the end of a race to repair your car, and any contact with anything, both walls and other drivers, will add to that. So that's what Sega GT 2002 did, I think, for instance. Like, I think it's actually possible to pull pit maneuvers on your opponents in that game, but it does a decent amount of damage to your own car. Not like visible damage, unfortunately. This was 2002, didn't have that kind of technology. But you still had to pay from your winnings, or maybe even from your not winnings, to make up for the damage you sustained by ramming into someone like that. That was if it even worked anyways. Speaking of work, gang, grenade. I don't know how long I've had this hardware. I've been using this Wii remote, like this is the main one I've been using, I think ever since I got a Wii, which was not long after it came out, I think. It was like 2006, was it, that the Wii came out? Not that I've been using it like continuously that whole time, but this thing's existed for like 15 years. So honestly, I should be happy this thing even works as well as it does, still. My original Xbox certainly hit the dust a long time ago. My 360 eventually did too, as you might remember on camera. When my Viva Pinata playthrough got forced into hiatus for a little bit, when the console died in the middle of the recording session. Okay, so much for... I did not... Why did you jump? So much for the 1 minute average thing here, jeez. This episode might go over a bit, actually. How long these laps are taking. Not to mention the game's lagging a bit, so it's gonna take even longer than that. Yeah, some game modes the game just lags a lot more. There we go. Yeah, you can see I can turn again. I don't think you have a handbrake or anything to, like, swing out your tail in this. It is a bit annoying. So I feel like I could use that sometimes to turn a bit better. This thing doesn't have the best cornering. But yeah, this episode's probably gonna... I don't think I'll actually finish all the circuit races this episode. Because we're almost a third of the way through the episode and I'm only just now finishing one race. Nice and consistent, I guess. Look at that. And now to the third one, almost second one. Sorry, I get spam, and I feel like I should say it's spam before other people see the spam. Go over spam. I feel kind of cool when I get a spam message and like immediately recognize it and report it. Anyways. Well, maybe we'll manage to finish 3 of these this episode. Maybe. Yeah, the pit maneuvers, they're pretty authentic in this game. They happen for real. So this time we're just racing around the piece. This is kind of cool. You find lots of little places you can race around. Okay, so this one's gotta be faster. This one's just going around the pond. Why did you jump, Granny? Like, if you could see my hands, like I am not moving them in any meaningful amount. I'm just slowly rotating them to turn. Yes, this is what we needed. 20-second laps. This is how I'm gonna finish these races this episode. That first one that actually took 20 seconds was the one I got pitted on. There we go. Nice bounce, Brandy. So it seems to be down left and see that does a double backflip. Maybe I did see that one already at some point, I'm not sure. That one took like a quarter of the time of the race before it. This one's interesting. This is up in Galaxy, I think. You guys are mean. Yeah, we're underneath the rocks in Galaxy. Huh. See, this is why I like actually getting to explore the whole place before I do all the other stuff like the minigames and whatnot, because now I actually recognize everything, I know where it is, and I kind of appreciate it a bit more. Wall ride, Granny. Although, not the best landing. Okay, here we go. Racing lines. Gotta cut those curves. And preferably not drive on the walls. Turn, Brady, turn, please. I wonder why it is that this game decides that the ultimate reward for doing anything at all is just stuff to put in a villa. It seems odd to me. I'm amused by that little villa mode, but is it really, like, the most exciting thing of anything in this game? Like how you bounce backwards whenever you mess up that trick. Alright, well we do have time for the last one. All of a sudden. Maybe even more than that. It's weird how long the first one took compared to the rest. no. Hairpin turns. The thing that these machines cannot handle. Ooh! Okay, that's interesting. I should go through the village. If I wanted, I could try to drive over the buildings. We don't need snow. Wait, there we go. Couldn't quite make that out visually. Randy, stop wall riding. I'm just helping him turn. The way they got turned was instantly the way they had to turn afterwards anyways. I wish there were more triathlon types of events, like where you actually got on and off the vehicles. Like the one beach event. I feel like that's something that could be entertaining to do in more places. Not necessarily actually having sections where I have to run through stuff or whatever, although like, some sections had like platforming that could be interesting. I mean more like just doing stuff that isn't just, okay, you're driving in a circle now, or you're driving from point A to point B. Also stuff like getting on a ski lift partway through, or whatever. It's not fast, but it's cool, if that's what matters. Yeah, that's not the practical way to go. Ah. Wish I could turn around, but can I? No, I don't know why. Some vehicles you can move the camera while you're driving, some you can't. I don't know why. This one you cannot. This one you can actually, and you don't have a button to actually turn around, but you can hold C on some vehicles to let yourself rotate the camera instead of steering. But not on this one for some reason. Great, great. Driving on all of them. Darn it. Urban settings are always a difficult place to race through. Reminded of Mercury City back in SX Tricky again. The place was always a pain. There's so much stuff to run and do. Okay, here's a ramp. Also, there happens to be a street light right in front of you. If you jump off the ramp at the wrong angle, you will go straight into the streetlight. Like how if you try to do the trick too early, you won't even start doing it. That was a boost, alright. Wow. I got more air by failing a trick than by actually jumping. Key. Okay. One key remains. I'm looking forward to that one. It sounds like it's probably similar to a race, even though there aren't balls anywhere presumably, but we'll see. Bye everyone.